It is now October 7th. I was out hunting this morning. Didn't get anything, obviously. I haven't got anything yet this year. Across the street from the house here, there's a farm that I hunt. Not really a farm, but the one field is there's usually deer out in it every night or just about every night in the one far corner. So I'm gonna walk back there, bring the stand with me, and hopefully find a good tree to set up in and sit there and wait, and hopefully the deer get close enough to me because I am ready to shoot a doe. I made it across. I'm set up in this tree. Honestly, I've hunted this field before. Actually, right up behind me there, up in the woods. I shot a doe up there before. But I've hunted this field down in front of me along the woods edge here, and I've hunted on the ground, and I could not get deer close to me at all. But I wish I would have started doing this mobile hunting stuff way sooner. I'm up in this oak tree that's kind of taken over by some vines and stuff. There's some Russian olives around me, and it's actually a really good breakup. Now the goal is for these deer to hopefully cross the road from over there. I already seen one out in that field over there. There's a little road right there, and come up, feed right along this edge, right to me, and hopefully be able to hook me up with a 30-yard shot or so. But it is absolutely perfect for the setup tonight. I really hope that the deer come out because I need a doe. I need to get a deer killed here pretty soon. But on this private land here, this is right around my house, and we have permission all over the place, and obviously on our property that we own. But I have preset stands out there, and that's where I like to take my wife out because she doesn't like to climb and stuff. And so I try to save those sets for her. I really try not to hunt them or disturb them. I have cell cameras out on them and stuff so we can see if any nice bucks are coming through or whatever. But that's all basically for her. This, I'm just hanging out here because we were never going to put a stand here anyways. The deer, usually whenever they come out in this field, are way out in the middle of years past, but this year it's turning out for some reason. Every night I see them out here, they're just feeding along this edge. I don't know if I got any of that. Hopefully they put a doe in the fawn just crept up behind me. I couldn't get a shot at him. And there was a cat over here that was trying to catch a chipmunk. It was pretty cool. Obviously didn't get it, but it was trying like hell. Hopefully some more show up here soon. it's about 9:10. Nothing's ever really came through this late on the trail camera, but never know, there's a first time for everything. I'm going to sit up here until about 10 o'clock and I'm going to call it quits on this spot. I'm kind of wondering if whatever spooked that doe this morning didn't, throw off all their movement. So, we'll hang in there about 50 more minutes and hopefully something comes through. Well, I just got a picture from the other cell cam that's up on the hill where me and the wife hunted on the first day. There's a legal buck up there. It's probably not one I'm interested in, but definitely some good news for her if he keeps showing up there. But I just figured I'd add that. 6 in the morning, October 10th, getting ready to head out. Had some decent bucks on trail camera the past couple days in this spot. And this morning's the coldest it's been, so hopefully they come through. There's a mock scrape they've been hitting, so I'll catch you guys whenever I get up and stand. I'm all set up. I got a scrape about 30 yards in front of me. This little field here, it's kind of like a food plot. I just make sure I keep it cut during the summertime. The deer seem to love it. Hopefully that buck shows up, the one that I got on camera. I definitely shoot him. He's worked the scrape once, so I'm betting he'll be back. It's, I think, 38 degrees, so it's pretty cold. But I'm gonna shut up and we'll see if we see some deer. I found the doe. She went and died in the thickest, nastiest stuff she could find. Wife's gonna come back and help me out with this buck. I gotta figure out what's going on. It was weird. He didn't. He reacted. He almost looked like he was gonna fall over. And finally, after he wasn't falling over, I tried reloading, and then he kind of jumped off. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't have a whole lot of blood, or maybe I'm just not seeing it all, but I'm going to get this doe taken care of, and then we're going to be back on the buck. Yeah. How am I going to get her out of here? Jeez. Alright guys, I just wanted to kind of explain what happened from here. So right after I got done with this, I called my wife. She drove the side-by-side back. It's just the spot's just across the street from my house. But she drove the side-by-side back to a field that we wouldn't be disturbing where this buck ran off to or anything. We were trying to give him more time there. So I drugged the doe out, which she ran the complete opposite way of that buck. So that's good. So I know I wasn't in the same woods as him, risking bumping him or anything if he was still alive. So I drug her out, got her on the side by side, took a picture and everything, and got her taken care of, put her in the side by side, took her back to the house. Then we took up the trail, and it was dark at this point. I'd say maybe like an hour or two had passed. Not a lot of blood at all. The hit site, right where there was nothing at the hit site but some hair. Where he ran to and stood, there was a little bit of blood there. So I kind of went in the direction he went. I didn't find any blood at all. Well, then he crossed a trail that has some grass on it. And I'm not good at seeing blood and grass at all. So I go to the other side of the trail. I go up and down and I look for blood in the leaves. I finally pick up blood. And I mean, we are tracking on pin drops. I'd say we went probably about 150 yards or so on the track. And it wasn't even that far, honestly. It was zigzagging through stuff. So didn't find any beds or anything. So I called it there. I said, we're going to go back. I'm going to give this deer more time, try to look at the footage. And if you look at the footage, it looks a touch low because I am shooting from an upward angle from being in the stand, which I do have a problem with that. I'm used to ground hunting my whole life, with a rifle at that. So I usually tend to shoot low because I'm at regular level with them. But in this case, it almost doesn't even really seem like it was that low. But regardless, I get out there the next morning. I find more blood. Not much, just drops. And finally, 300-400 yards, I find a wound bed where he was laying down. From that point, I find no blood anywhere after that. It's like he just laid down there, sealed up, and got up. So I spent the next day or two scouring that hillside, scouring the neighboring properties, getting permission from people and stuff. And, I almost said no sign of him. But that first day, the next day I went back out, whenever I was walking, he was down in this valley, and he bedded in there. And then it looked like the trail really made it seem like he was going to go up. And whenever I went up, I wasn't finding any blood or anything, but I saw one lone deer feeding up there, and I bumped it. I couldn't tell what it was. Very well could have been that deer. Very well could not have been. Just figured I'd throw that in there. But, I spent 2 good days looking for this thing, looking for any sign of him, anything like that. I know it wasn't a gut shot. It should have been a vital shot. The only thing I can think is maybe it deflected and it's a brisket shot or something. I don't know. But I gave it my all trying to find that deer, and it sucks whenever you can't. You try to do everything right, but mistakes will happen. I ate myself up over it for a few days, definitely. He never showed back up on trail camera or anything, but that doesn't mean I just didn't spook him from the area with all the grid searching and everything I was doing. So I think it's more than likely he's not anywhere around here. That's for sure. He would have had to have run a long way for me not to have found him. But I'll keep you guys posted on future videos or whatever. Just if I do happen to run across, we're in November right now, and I mean you've seen when this video. I can't even remember when it was. Some point in October, but and no signs of this deer. So hopefully he's all right. He'll show back up, and I can get more pictures of him, confirmation that he's going to be okay. But I was even contemplating not putting this in the video just because I know comment sections on YouTube can be pretty harsh, especially on guys with crossbows, but just know I did do everything in my power to try to recover this deer, and it just didn't happen. And I don't care if you're a crossbow hunter, if you're a compound hunter, if you're a rifle hunter, you are going to lose deer. It shouldn't happen all the time, and it doesn't happen all the time, but I guarantee you if you do it long enough, you will lose one. So I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.